Good morning, friends, with God Moments with Marilyn. We're talking about identity and timing, God's timing for our lives today. In fact, this whole week, that's the theme of the week. You know, sometimes we think our lives are let's say, our stories in our lives that make up our lives, that they really are insignificant. But in the Bible, it says in Psalms 138:8, it says, the Lord will fulfill his purpose for me. For you. God will fulfill his purpose for you. And so maybe parts of your story still feel messy. I look back at parts of my life, and especially since the death of my first husband, and I'm thinking, oh my goodness, that part of my story is so messy. It's unfinished. It may even be misunderstood, by different people. But hear this clearly. No matter how messy our stories are, our stories still matter. They're needed and they're wanted by God. God doesn't discard chapters of our lives or our stories, but he redeems them. Oh my goodness, that blesses me to hear that. That my story can be redeemed. God has given me the word restore this year as my word for 2026. And restore means what was poured out is replenished. What felt lost is redeemed. What was delayed is not denied. What was broken is rebuilt stronger, and it's rebuilt even wiser. So I have to believe that that's what's happening in my life and in your life, because God is a God of redemption. He's a God of restoration, more than enough. So what a relief to know that nothing you and I have walked through, nothing we've walked through will ever be wasted. That our testimony is needed. Our heartbreaks are needed. Our waiting is needed. And our rebuilding in our lives. People need to hear our testimony. Someone needs your testimony today. Somebody needs to hear that I have walked through the valley of the shadow of death, and I will fear no evil. For God has been with me. His rod and his staff comfort me. And he prepared a table before me in the presence of my enemy when I didn't think I could even survive the day. Someone needs to see your resilience and know that they can make it too. Because you made it, they can make it too. Someone needs to see what God can do with a willing heart. I pray today that your heart and my heart will be willing to let God change in us what needs to be changed. Restore into our lives what needs to be restored. Strengthen you with all might, according to his glorious power. May God meet you right where you are today. May you walk in the full blessings of God. And know that your testimony, your story, it matters. Be blessed. May God meet you right where you are today. Talk to you later. See you tomorrow at 7 a.m. with more of God Moments with Marilyn.